All right, I'm Matt, and welcome to the Nightly from Hatch, where your late night thoughts go to rest. If you want to come on the show to talk about anything that's on your mind, like, I don't know, clouds or trees, or I'm just naming stuff again that I can see. But if you've got any strong feelings about them, please do. I mean, anything, a concept. I saw a guy wearing a suit with no socks on last week, and it really, really wound me up. If you would like to get something like that off your chest, please do send us a voice memo to the nightly@hatch.co. Alternatively, you can text us or leave a voicemail at 904-NIGHTLY. That's 904-644-4859. And very shortly, we're going to be talking to Daphne, who wants to have a chat about brainstorming possible career pivots, which is a topic that's been on my mind recently, as some of you may know, as well as being a critically acclaimed late night sleep podcast, radio talk show host, whatever this is that I do. It's that, I do that, but also stand-up comedian. And I actually did a festival a couple of days ago, and I was on the main stage. It was a music festival, folk music. So it was folk band, me, folk band, to a field of 8,000 people. And if you're thinking, that doesn't sound like it's going to end particularly well, you would be absolutely correct. It was possibly the longest 25 minutes of my life. I looked at my watch at one point and thought, well, this has got to be nearly over, surely. And 7 minutes had gone. Time was moving remarkably slowly. And so I did start thinking in my head about other possible career pivots, you know. I mean, anything. I'd have taken anything at that point, really. Tough night at the office, but got there in the end anyway. It's all about resilience and perseverance. Even if everybody hates you, you've just got to press on. I want to turn this to Daphne now and see what she's got to say about it.
Hi, Matt.
Good evening, Daphne. Thank you very much for calling in. How's things?
Things are okay. Things are good. Well, things are a little weird, but that's okay. How are things with you?
Yeah, they're all right, thank you. I understand that you wanted to brainstorm some possible career pivots. I've got to ask straight off the bat,
Mm-hmm.
is that career pivots for you or for me? Like, how many of these have you listened to?
Long time. No. Am I allowed to say I haven't listened to any of these? I don't own a Hatch, unfortunately, but I'm open to sponsorship. It is for me, but are you also interested in switching careers? We could swap if you want.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not taking anything off the table just yet. Well, it depends actually. What do you do?
Sure. I am a producer. I work in media.
Okay, I've seen how hard work that is. So actually, I'm gonna call off the swap. But what makes you want to have a change, Daphne? I mean, it's a great gig, though, isn't it, producer?
It is. It's a lot of fun, I have to say. It's very creative. It feels rewarding. There is some tumult in the industry. I feel like, and I've also been doing it for long enough now that I'm like, I don't know, I feel like maybe it's time for a change, or I'm open to the possibility of it.
As in something like completely different? Do you mean like, so it's just absolutely not related, like going to go and work the land or something? Or do you mean something like tangentially related?
Yeah. I do feel like I have that that thought once in a while of like, what if I just moved to the middle of Vermont and just learned to, farm or garden, and then, I don't have to answer to anyone or anything, and I'll never interact with society again. But I don't know how to do any of that. That is completely a fantasy. I think it just sounds very appealing.
It does sound really appealing. I mean, you had me at not having to interact with anybody else in society. That's like, I mean, in this day and age, it just sounds wonderful, doesn't it? But I think you're right. I think farming and gardening
Yeah,
is sort of backbreaking, and there's a lot to know.
yeah,
I don't think.
right.
I think we've got to look somewhere else. I think that's.
Yeah.
I mean, whereabouts in the country are you at the moment, Daphne?
I'm in Brooklyn,
Okay, yeah,
so
tough
right in the
farming
middle of
community.
society, really. Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, I could see why that the appeal to moving somewhere a bit more rural from there. But do you not think you'd miss the hustle and bustle of it if you did go?
That's such a great point, Matt. I mean, I do think I would. I feel like it is definitely one of those things that just sounds more romantic, but then the minute I actually leave, I'm always like, why am I not in New York? It's the greatest city in the world, you know? So I do think I miss it. Maybe I just want a break or something. Or maybe I'm just existentially spiraling, you know?
Hey, could be, could be.
Like I feel like it's really easy to you just pull on one part of your life and all of a sudden it's like all parts of your life are up in the air and it's like it doesn't really have to be that way. Like I do like everything's going fine, basically is what I'm saying. But, you know, once in a while it's just like maybe everything's wrong. I don't know. Do you ever feel like that?
Oh, of course I do. Yeah, but I think you're right. I try not to pull at that thread too hard because I know that the entire cardigan will come apart.
Yeah,
So
that's a good strategy, probably.
just try and ignore it.
I just stopped thinking about it, really. Yeah. Um,
Yeah, I mean, what were you in before you were a producer?
I was doing more like research stuff. So a little bit of, I was working at a nonprofit before that. Um,
Oh, I was a non-profit for a long time
oh, really?
as a comedian. Yeah. What sort of stuff was it doing for the non-profit then? What kind of arena?
I was doing, it was focused on education, and I was kind of uh, data research assisted. So I was doing a lot of like helping with survey collection and design and stuff. Things that are really interesting, but I think the pace, I don't know if you had this situation too, but the pace of it was really, really slow. And like research projects can last years and years and years. And sometimes what you set out to measure turns out to be not what you're measuring
Right.
at the end, but you don't really find out until it's kind of too late. And then you just have to kind of make it work on the other side. So I really believed in like the mission and the big picture, but the day to day was a little tough. So that's when I switched. My first existential change.
Right. Okay. So it's not the first existential crisis.
No.
Well,
No.
that's good. That's good. So you've been there before. That's so. What made you go into the media then? Because that's quite a shift, isn't it? Because it's such a fast paced. I mean, it's a pretty mad world, isn't it,
Yeah,
in the media?
it is. It is, but I feel like there's a similar vein, or at least this is what I wrote in my application. So if anyone needs, you know, essay fodder, but I feel like um, there's a similar push to like answer a question about the world in research and in journalism. And in journalism, it just happens on a faster pace, but you are still looking for answers, and you're talking to people to kind of inform, you know,
Yeah.
inform that answer. And it's a little less, you know, like I guess the technicalities are different. Like in research, maybe you're looking for a different type of answer, but it's still like driven by some sense of curiosity about something in the world.
Yeah.
So that part I feel like was similar. It was just the pace is definitely very different. Yeah.
Yeah. There is actually, yeah, there's a lot more parallels there than I would have initially thought, for sure. So that makes sense
Yeah.
as a step forward. I mean, is there anything, what, like, hobbies wise, what do you finish a long 2 days of producing? You've not slept. It's been a mad one. How are you letting your hair down? What do you get into?
Ooh, um, I'm probably gonna go on a short run, a short and slow run. I will probably eat some good food, hopefully some ice cream, and I will probably read some fiction
Okay.
and not journalism related stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, as a career,
So
as
if I can monetize any of that, let me know.
have you considered being an athlete? You could some sort of running. I tell you what could be fun. I actually know a guy who's a funeral director, and that's not
Wow.
the job I think you should do. By the way, it sounds incredibly depressing.
Okay, okay, yeah.
But he, but he sort of said because it's quite a heavy gig that doing that day to day.
Yeah.
So on a weekend, he bought an ice cream van and was
Hmm.
like, Saturdays and Sundays, I drive around and I sell ice cream, and that just sort of brings a bit of levity to it.
No way.
Yeah. So I mean, I wonder, could be some room for that?
Your friend actually does this?
Yeah,
Wait, that's fascinating. Wait, he's a funeral director and he sells ice cream from a truck on the weekend?
that is correct. Yeah,
That's amazing. That's incredible.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, I've never heard of that before.
It's really, it makes so much sense though, doesn't it? When you think about it, you just spent like you're really depressed Monday to Friday, and then Saturday,
Yeah.
you're just pulling Mr. Whippies and going to a fete or whatever. So maybe you just need a little bit of
Yeah,
maybe like a sort of side hustle of a weekend.
yeah, yeah. No, I mean, I love that idea. I would honestly, I mean, ice cream truck sounds delightful, so maybe I'll try that out.
Yeah, I mean, you don't see him as often, I swear, as he used to. But there's definitely
Hmm.
still a market for it, isn't there? I mean, I definitely every time I hear it, I'm up for it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I would almost think that at funerals it would be great to have an ice cream truck, at the reception. Like that would be really fun.
I think that is such a great idea, and I don't know why he doesn't do that. I don't know if it's like a conflict of interest thing, or
Ah.
or whether the family just don't want
Right.
the jingles playing behind the hearse. I don't know,
Yeah. I don't it's hard to tell.
but it just seemed like a no-brainer that.
No, you would think it would be obvious, but the conflict of interest is probably interesting. You don't want your business to depend on how many funerals you're holding, probably. That could really spiral in a different way.
Yeah, that is true. Or I mean, like you say, maybe it could just be. I think a good reset for the existential crisis is what you touched upon earlier. Maybe just a little holiday, getting away from it for a little while.
Hmm.
When was the last time you kind of went away and got away from it all?
I did go to Alaska actually in the spring, and that was amazing. So I just got to do that again, maybe.
What does that look like as a holiday? Is it just like really cold?
Um, well, yeah, it was actually really cold, but I went on a cruise with my family, so we were on a boat for most of it, although we had little stops in places. Have you ever been to Alaska?
No, I would love to go, but everything I've been sort of fed in the media is there's nothing there and it's really, really cold. But I would love to go.
Yeah, it is. Well, I think it's a little warmer in the summer probably. So if that's a big thing, maybe you could wait for that. But it was the most beautiful place I think I've ever one of the most beautiful places I've ever been because it's so untouched and far away. There's just like glaciers and like clear blue water with like wild otters in it and like beautiful forests that are just like it feels like nobody's ever walked through them even though obviously people have but
Mm.
yeah, it's beautiful. Highly recommend.
So what was the cruise then? Where were you going to and from?
We left from Vancouver and then went up to, I think, Glacier Bay National Park was the furthest north we went, which I forget. I think it's like north of, I forget the northernmost city, maybe Ketchikan, this little town, or I don't think Juneau was above that, but there's a bunch of like little places that you stop. And even this trip that we went on was like, I think they call it like the southeast, because it's just like one little bit of Alaska that's like way at the bottom, and actually the biggest part of Alaska is like the main landmass is like even further up, like you have to go further north and west. So
Right.
it's just like one of the smallest pieces, even though it felt so big. And a lot of the towns there you can only reach by water or air. Like there's not roads that connect it to the rest of the mainland. So
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I'd love to see it. You do get the best views as well
yeah.
doing a cruise like that. I've done the Norwegian fjords before, which is unbelievable.
Ooh, I've never been to that area, but I've heard it's beautiful. Are there like a bunch of, is that like waterfalls and stuff too that you can like kind of go see?
Yeah, there's all the sort of that sort of stuff, a bit more inland, but otherwise it's the
Mm-hmm.
just sort of massive sweeping hills, really nice water. Norwegians in little towns, very pleasant people. Uh, yeah, it's they eat a lot of. I think it's herring. It's like the national dish.
Oh,
Everything's
interesting.
herring based. Yeah, but I'd highly recommend it.
Did you try it?
I did try it. Yeah, pickled. Yeah, and I think it was. I mean, it's perfectly fine. I'm a bit of a waste disposal when it comes to eating. I'll just
Oh.
it's all about sustenance. I'll jam it down, whatever it is, within reason.
What's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten? Have you eaten anything wild? Like really, truly crazy?
Well, inadvertently, I do remember a time when there was some hummus in my fridge at home, and I remember saying to my girlfriend,
Uh-huh.
"Get that hummus again." That was I've never had anything like that before. It had like a this sort of spice to it, and I was like, "That was unbelievable." And then she told me it was 5 weeks out of date. And I said,
No.
"Right, that's why it tasted strange." Uh,
No. Oh,
I'm very adventurous.
not deep fridge spice.
But anyway, I mean, how did you
I mean,
feel
that's pretty brave.
post post cruise, Daphne, when you saw obviously beautiful Alaska? How did you feel when you got back? Did that rejuvenate you in any way, or were you like, no, that's I just want to spend more time with some wild otters, and I don't want to be doing this anymore?
Well, I think that is the hard part is like the line between rejuvenation and like why aren't I just doing that all the time is very, very thin. Unfortunately, it does take a lot of, money and stuff to actually live like that probably. I think I think it was a combination. I think I felt a little rejuvenated. Um, it was nice to come back to the city after being in places that were so far flung
Yeah,
and seeing my friends and having all these activities around. And that was nice. And it was nice I think it was nice to sit down and work again. But I feel like it probably underlines some of the existential questions about like, what am I doing and where am I? And
yeah. I mean, if it's any consolation,
and why.
none of us know.
Yeah.
You have no idea. Why am I doing this?
Yeah.
I'm sure loads of people have wondered that. Um, but here we are. What's the point in anything? You just got to enjoy it, I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's so true. I mean, I feel like your funeral director friend has kind of found the secret in a weird way. I'm sure I'm sure they think about this maybe more than anyone else, or maybe they think about it the least because they're faced with that existential aspect all the time. But it sounds like he's just like, well, I'm just going to give out ice cream. I'm going to make people happy, and I'm going to make myself happy, and that's it.
I think you're right.
And that is a consolation. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's probably got his finger on the pulse, metaphorically, more than anybody else with this sort of topic. And his conclusion is obviously, just go and sell ice cream and have a good time. So I think that's
right.
There you go, Daphne. That's what you got to do.
Totally.
I hope that helped.
This was actually really helpful. I feel a lot better, honestly. I do.
Well,
thank you, Matt.
Hey, anytime at all. But before you go, Daphne, what we do on this show is get you to just say goodnight to somebody before we leave. Who would you like to say goodnight to this evening?
Ooh. Oh my gosh. I will say goodnight to the pigeon who lands on my fire escape. I always see the pigeon during the day, and I have no idea where they go to bed. So I would like to say goodnight to that pigeon.
Nice. Have you got a name for said pigeon yet?
I don't. I've just been calling it Bird. But
yeah, I can see how it got that.
I'm not great at names. Yeah, I know. It's you kind of have to think about it. It's a thinker. But if you have any good names for a bird, it's kind of got like this beautiful light clay color. Like it's a little bit orangey brown. It's very fat, which is cute. So I don't know if you're good at names, but I'm terrible at them. So if you have any suggestions.
Oh yeah, no, I'm great at names. I was talking about that with my daughter last week. She's a great girl. I think Bird works. So yeah, very good night to Bird.
Good night, Bird.
Good night, Bird, and good night, Daphne. Thank you very much for calling in, and please do again. It's lovely to chat.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for your advice.
Hey, my pleasure. Take care. That was Daphne there, having a massive existential crisis that I'm ill-equipped to deal with. And if you want to come on the show to talk about anything that's on your mind, if you've got strong feelings about bird names or Norwegian fjords or pickled herring, please do. You can email us or send us a voice memo to thenightly@hatch.co. Alternatively, text us or leave a voicemail at 904-NIGHTLY. That's 904-644-4859. I would like to sign off by saying goodnight to my mate, the funeral directing ice cream man. I think the only person who's probably got it completely figured out. So good night to him. Good night to you. Thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you next time.